Hi everyone, Sue's Journal Adventures here. This is a very late video. I should actually be in bed. My watch battery's gone, so I can't look at the time, which makes it slightly better. Right, so this little thing we're going to do, we're in the beginner's journal again, and we're using up stuff that we've got possibly in our house. Now, I appreciate totally, sorry, I meant to be over there, that you might not have napkins like this one. I actually only want the brown bit, and I do have some kitchen roll that happens to be brownie. So I'm going to use that, but you can use anything. When I say anything, I mean tissue, brown paper. It doesn't have to be napkin. And what we're going to do is we're going to do something with an old playing card. Well, actually two old playing cards, because I'm sure you might have some playing cards in your house. I know we've got about 3 or 4 or 5 sets of them. Some of these look really nice and aged, actually. It's really weird. That is spanking white. These are the same deck. I think they're the same deck. I might have 2. But some are really aged and some are not. Anyway, there's loads of things, and I mean loads, that you can make out of these. So many things. You can cut the middle out, put acetate in, put something, paper or something on there, stick a flower on, stick a person, you know, when you get them old vintage photos, stick it over the top, and you've got cut out acetate, stick them together, you've got a picture. You can do windows, you can do doors, you can do flippy bits, like I was going to do a flippy bit with that one. I was going to do a flip, but I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something I did quite a long time ago, but I did it differently. So I'm just going to get one of these and hope that it's a sharp one, and get my knife. Oopsie. So what I'm going to do, and you don't have to do this, this is just me, I am going to use a scoring tool. Do I need to use a scoring tool? No, I don't. I'm just going to cut across. So basically what I'm doing is cutting that bit, 3 sides. So I'm going to just do it. I'm cracking on with this journal now. I have done a few little bits without you, but not many. I think this is part 11. Now, I have done this before on a video, but I did it different because I did it with vintage people. I'm not doing it with vintage people today because you may not have vintage people in your stash if you are a beginner. Did that even cut? Oh, this isn't a very good one. It would have been better if I'd got it on the line. Somehow I haven't got it on the line. But anyway, whatever. I'll just work with it. Faux pas number 1. Sue's cut it wrong. How did it do that when I actually had it on the line? Just want it to go to there. And then I'm going to come down this line, hopefully. It might be better if I do it like that. It's quite hard to see the edge of the line, actually. Maybe it's kind of where I'm positioned and where the light is. Oh, it's just moved. Oh, it's moved now. It's going to have to do. So this is the hardest bit, and I'm making a bit of a pig's ear of it, to be quite honest. And then cut across the bottom to there. Take your time. I think because I'm looking at it that way, I think it's on the line, but it actually isn't. But I can't move my head any more forward, otherwise you'll just see my head, basically. I'm pretty sure you don't just want to look at the top of my head. So, as that worked, it's cut it, but not fully. And I'll just go around that corner. Are we cut now? Yep, we are. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. There's 2 of them. Whew, I thought I'd done it wrong again then. I was going to say, blooming heck, I've made a cracking start. So I'm going to cheat in this one, guys, and I'm going to use a brad, but you do not need to use a brad at all. If you haven't got them, they're like little split pins. They have legs that open like that. If you haven't got one, don't worry, it really doesn't matter. It does not hinder the project in any way, shape or form. So I'm going to get my ball tool, which you don't need. You don't need a scoring tool. Just use an old biro that don't work anymore and just run down the edge. That's all I'm doing that for, is so that I can fold that back without as much hindrance. What's you tufty bit? Get away. So this doesn't look grand because I should have cut it straight. If I now take that off, then that's not going to sit in there properly. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to get my napkin tissue. I only really want the brown part, and I'm just going to try. I might put it that way. Put the red cat meowing then. It's always a blooming cat meowing on my videos. And I'm just going to put some glue on there because I want this tissue to stick to there. I only really want the brown bit. So, how am I going to do that? Because I'm going to have to cut the edge bits off that. Do you know what? I might use this just for ease. I like the colour of that one better, but it really don't matter. So I'm going to pop that on there, right up to the, and scrooge it a bit. It doesn't have to be flat. And if you haven't got napkin, you can use tissue, you can use brown paper, you can use anything you want to cover it, really. It's not a set rule of anything. I'm just going to try and cut that off. It'll need cutting properly in a minute, but just get it off so as I can get it off, basically. Right, so I'm just going to rip it. So you can still see my king, which I'm not 100% sure that I actually, 100% sure that I actually want you to see him. So, I don't know whether to stick a bit more over the top. Well, actually, I don't mind if you see him. I've got this that I want on here, but it's slightly too big because I also want that on there, and that's also too big. I don't need his name on there, so I can chop that down because that says, oh, it's talking about daffodils. Oh no, it's not that one, sorry, it's this one. Yeah, it's that one that I want, which, yeah, just does need a little bit off either side. I'll sort that in a minute. With this one, I don't know. I may cut it down a bit more. Let's just see. Right, so that's drying on there. While that's drying on there, I'm going to stick a bit of it on here with the glue. So I'm using glue stick to stick this down. It doesn't actually have to go all the way. It really don't. I'm going to use this darker one. Really want the darker one with minus the flowers. Don't want the flowers because I'm putting my own flowers on there. Now, a tip when you're doing this decoupaging, where are they? When you're doing decoupaging with napkins, it's good to have a little sanding block, and you can pick these up from your local supermarket for £1 for 2. I'm trying to give you top tips and cheapy tips as well, because you just don't want to go out and buy loads of craft stuff and spend loads of money. I've pulled a bit on the side of this, but it doesn't matter, because what's going to happen is that is going to stick on top of that, and just that bit's going to open. So that's fine. I don't like the colour of this, and I don't like the colour of the edge. Just give me my sanding block a bit. Just going to rub a bit of the glossy off. and try just a bit of ink just to scruff it up a bit. I have done this on a video years ago, and I think it's one of my probably most watched videos. I don't think this is going to go as good somehow. Won't be my most watched, that's for sure. But this is just showing beginners just a quick little card thing that we can do. And you can, if you wish, crumple this. I quite like it crumpled, and then I usually rub some gold paint over it. But I'm quite aware that if you're a beginner, you might not have gold paint. So I'm trying to keep it to where it's things that you might have and that you can use. I'm pretty sure you'll have some playing cards. I've stuck that down inky now, but I don't care because I think I'm going to put another layer over the top. And then, I mean, I don't mind if you can see him, but I'd prefer it if he wasn't quite as visible. I've got another brown bit of this. Not much of it. Just kind of to smoosh over the top. Oh yeah, I've just changed my mind about something. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way. Okay, so I'm going to put some more glue on here, and I'm going to try and squoosh together on here some of this. Don't mind if it's, oh, I don't want it that ripply. I'd have been better off using other glue, I think. Yeah, let me use this. I just want to be able to smoosh it like I smoosh my, oh, what is it? When I do my ruffles. That hasn't smooshed that fantastic, but it's okay. It's smooshed. Give me a little bit for here. I'm patchworking this because, yeah, I just want it to look a bit more browny, to be fair, and cover a little bit of that bit there. Pull that off. Pull that off. I look like I'm making an awful mess of this, but trust me, it'll be all right in the end. Says she with half that stuff stuck to her. It will be, honestly. I don't mind if it's bobbly. I'm trying to actually get that effect. Creased is the word I'm looking for. Just smooshed, creased. Crease instead of sticking to my finger. Right, let me get all these bits off now. Right, there we go. You need sticking down more. Bit of glue on there. Crumpled it is how I want it to look. I don't mind it if you can see the guy in the background, Mr. King. I don't mind Mr. King. He can not be king of the castle anymore because he's a dirty rascal. Right. Pin. So this is, oh, I cannot get a pin in a glue. Right. I'm gonna just get my dauber. I've got tons of tissue set over here now. I can make some flowers with it later. I'm gonna go around the edge of this. I keep putting it wrong way up. I'm gonna end up sticking it down wrong way up. You just know it. This is my window. Okay. Cut these fluffy bits off the edge. Don't mind fluffy bits, but I don't want them on the edge. Oh, you can still see a bit of that brightness there. I'll try and ink the edge of that. I'm not liking that bit there. I might just have to stick a bit of that on. That's not the dark one though, is it? Just stick a bit of the dark one on there. I just don't like that it's come off and I can see the coloured It looks like I'm making a right mess of this, but I'm not. You could even use, I'll tell you what you could use, actually. Collect and save all your old tea bags, dry them out. When they're dry, take them apart, empty all the tea out, and you've got nice dry tea bags then. Because when they look like, oh gosh, when they look like this is a bit of a round tea bag. That's great to use on these projects. If you want to just sort of cover something but not fully cover it, tissue, napkin, tea bag, they're all great to use on these kind of things. So have your window the right way, Sue. Okay, get rid of that. Get off me. Oh, seriously. Right, I'm just going to try and grunge this a bit more. And when I do that, I see where I need glue, don't I? Like up there, just then. Get a bit of glue on there, stick that back down. Right, what I'm going to do next is get a flower. So this is just out of a book. Cut a flower out of a book. On the last time I did it, on the video previously, I used flowers on the front and gold paint, and I used a vintage man or a vintage woman inside. But we're not doing that because, like I say, you might not have vintage men and women, but you might have flowers out of a book. So I'm going to pop that. Does it fit? Let me just, wherever you come from, I'm just going to glue that down, and then this first bit's almost done. Oh, what am I doing with glues here? I've got 50 million different glues on my desk. Oh, that's a bit of an exaggeration, Sue. So I'm going to use this anyway. Ugh, looks horrible when it first comes out. Reminds me of what my babies used to do. Sorry. Right, I'm going to stick that down there. So you can still slightly see that there's a king kind of colours in the background. I think I might just have to chop that little bit of end off that leaf. Right, now I'm going to get some acetate. And you might be sat there thinking, I don't have any acetate. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you buy... I haven't got any acetate. If you buy cards and stuff from... Really? I don't think that's acetate. Where's my acetate box? Ooh, what have I got my hand in here? I don't know, but it's not acetate. Right. If you get these paper... If you buy greetings cards, you get this stuff. If you buy packets of stickers, you get this stuff. You get loads of this stuff all the time. So I'm just going to cut a little piece of that. And this is, oh, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, just cleaning things as well. So I'm just going to get a piece of this. And it's probably in 2 pieces, I'm guessing. Now then, what you could do with this, you know, I told you to get some flowers out of your garden and press them. What you could do is cut a hole in a card, like I have, but cut it all the way around. Get a piece of this, slide your pressed flower in, and then seal it. Glue it onto the back, and then stick it on to another card. No, would you do that? Yeah, you could do that. Or you could cut 2 cards and stick them together so they've both got a hole in them and you can see your pressed flower through the acetate. I only need the acetate really on here. Have I cut that too short? Just to kind of make a window. It doesn't have to be a window. I think I've cut it too short, haven't I? You know. Anyway, it don't need to be that wide. Don't cut too much off, Sue, because you'll probably make it too small. Right, so I'm going to go on here just around the, oh, I can't do with this. It takes 3 hours to come out. I can't be doing that when I'm on camera. Maybe when I'm not on camera, but not when I'm on camera. I'm just going to go around this edge here, not the door, and I'm just going to stick this down. Preferably just one piece will do, because I don't really need two. Just cut up the middle of it. I know it's a bit hard to see this. Let's hope it reaches the edges. Ooh, only just. Should maybe have stuck this with fabric tack. It only just goes to edges. Right, that's fine. Just keep my little door open because I don't want to stick me all down. Right, for the inside, I want this little quote, but I need to see where my window is because it's got to fit within my window. So I'm going to just chop the edge of that off. Chop the edge of that off, and I'm going to round the corners. If you don't have a corner rounder, it doesn't matter because you don't have to do it. Everything that you see me do, you don't have to do. You can improvise with your own stuff, what you've got to hand. Like I say, if you haven't got napkins, use tissue. If you haven't got tissue, use brown paper. You can even use toilet roll or kitchen roll. It's entirely up to you. So I need to see what that keeps wanting to get in on that, doesn't it? I need to see where this needs to go. So my little quoty poem thing needs to pretty much go there. So I'm just going to bob a bit of glue on its bum and not fully stick it. I'm just going to make sure that's where I want it when I stick these two cards together. I've just thought of something. Actually, you know what I'm not going to use? Well, I've lost the brad anyway. I knew I would. I knew I'd get a brad out. And then, oh, I've got it. What I'm using the brad for, and I'll show you. Just let me sort this out first. I don't know if I want this. Do I want it like this? So let me see how much space I've got, because I haven't left myself a lot of space, have I? So I'm going to chop it down, and I'm going to chop it down that away, and then I'm going to just see, does that fit? Oh, I need a bit more off. Bit off of there, bit off of there. Oops, that's not straight. And round the corners. So you can do all sorts of different things with these. You can put pictures of people in. If you want to make a journal where you include your family photographs and stuff, you can put a picture of someone in your family on here. So that needs to go there, doesn't it? Which is there. Which is there. I know I'll just stick it in the wrong place, that's all, because that's what I do when I'm on camera. It's amazing the amount of silly mistakes you make when you're on camera that you wouldn't make normally. Well, I don't know. This is me we're talking about, but I'll just stick this down properly. And this. So I don't want it falling out of my card. Whoops. That's okay, because I did kind of need to move you a little bit. Right, that's done. So all I'm going to do now is go around the edge of here with more glue, right round the edge, encompassing that acetate. It's probably going to squidge because I've put quite a lot on. And all I'm going to do is stick that down to that. There we go. Now, this can be something that goes in a pocket. Now, what I was going to do, but I've decided not to, at the point before I glued it down, I would have stuck my brad through that piece of card there. So what I would have done, I would have cut out a tiny little, I've got no pieces of card, have I? Just a tiny little petal shape. So something like that. Oh, well, that went well. Oh, flipping heck. Do you know? It's like Comedy Central on there. I don't know about blooming crafting. Okay, I would have cut myself a little, like a little pointer thing. Okay. I would have probably cut it petal shape and a bit better than I've cut this. All right. I can't open it now. I told you everything happens on camera. I would have stuck my brad through the middle of that and put it through the middle of that there. The reason being that when it's attached with a brad and then stuck down so you can't see the back of the brad, that would just swivel round like that and keep it closed. But you don't actually need it, which is why I haven't done it, because I thought it's not really fair of me to do it if you haven't got brads, because you're might be thinking, oh, I want a brad on there now. So that's it really. It's just make a little window. You can pick whatever you want behind there. But if you were gonna add a brad with the little pointer thing that swivels, do it before you glue your cards together, and then it's hidden in the middle. And that's it. Simples. Simples. Things on crafting are not hard. The faffy, the fiddly, but they're not hard, and anybody can do them. Anybody can do them. And I found something. I thought, oh, I'm going to put, I've got my little labels. Look at that. Fleurs. I could put fleurs on there. You could add to it if you wanted to. These are the ones that we made on camera. I've got another 200 years there. I need to put that on some backing. Even this little quote could go on some backing to stick somewhere. But it's talking about daffodils, so I probably need to cut a daffodil out from somewhere. Let me move all this and I will show you what I have done. Because this is it for this video. I mean, there's so many things you can do with playing cards. If you've got a pack of playing cards, you can make them look old. But even if they're not, you can still make some amazing things with them. Like I say, you can get to cut the rectangle out in both, put a bit of acetate pocket in the middle with some pressed flowers in, glue it together, and you can see your flowers through the whole card. Decorate the edge with lace or whatever you've got. You can also make ones that glue down like that and open, so you can put things in there. There's a million and one ways you can decorate them. I need to put that over there so I don't lose it on my desk, because I keep losing stuff. So I will show you where I am with the journal. Oh look, I found my brad. I don't need it. We don't need it. We really, really don't need it. It does pretty much lie flat, so it's not too bad. If it pops open a bit, it pops open. I mean, that could be glued down on a page and it's just something you look in, or you could slip it in a pocket. It's up to you. You can add lace to the edge, little bits of, I don't, maybe not that, just bits of something, I don't know. You could add decoration to it, but make sure you don't hinder it opening, is all. Right, next thing. So the journals. Are my things dry yet? Almost. I've been doing some texture pasting because I have showed you how to make your own texture paste. And you just need one stencil, that's all you need. So I've been doing these, one's out of one signature and one's out of the, can't remember which were where now. But I wanted some texture paste in here, so what have I done out in here? I don't think I've actually done anything in the journals. We need to do that acetate pocket as well. I don't actually think I've done out in here. in the actual journal? Or is it just stuff I've made? I think it's just stuff I've made. I think I made a flip in this one. I think I did. Yeah, so basically, another thing that's your friend as a beginner junk journaler is envelopes. We get loads of envelopes through the door every week. Take your letters out. Oh, that's disgusting. I've got glue and tissue stuck to me. Keep your envelopes. This is a plain white A6, is it, envelope? It looks a bit bigger than an A6. Anyway, irrelevant. It's an envelope, and all I've done is rub it over with a tea bag. So, and then I've glued the flap of the envelope to the other side of my book page. So you've got a flap, and then I've put another pocket at that side just to kind of cover that a bit. I think I might do some stamping down there, but I've made that into a pocket. Predominantly to cover that picture, but when I stuck it down, I wanted, for some reason I thought I'll stick it more over here, but the reason I was putting that pocket on was to cover the edge of the flap and cover that picture, but I stuck it more that way. But anyway, I've got a pocket there. And what I like about that envelope is that is a flip, so you can put things in the envelope. But I've also put this on, which is also a flip, and it's just plain paper. It's got a little bit of words there, but I just thought you can just use that as writing space, write something in there. But I've also left it as a pocket as well, so I've only glued 3 sides of it down. So we've got that flip, and a pocket, and that pocket. Did I do all else? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. I come to this one, and I've not really been knowing what to do with this. I was going to make it a pocket, but then I saw this flip, and I thought, well, let's flip it then. So I had some more of the inside of that cream book. I just matched my pieces of paper up to the same size, stuck one on this side, and then matched the edges together at this side and stuck it down. See, it's just, that can be a writing space, that can be a writing space. It's just another flip. I think that's all I've done in the book. But I have been making, what have I been making? I don't know where everything is now. These pieces of things are still hanging around. So, last night, I've cheated a little bit. I've used a die cut because I was looking at the colour of these spots last night, and I thought, do you know what? I've got some sticky back paper, and I'm sure I've got some in a bronzy colour. Anyway, when I looked, I had, but I'm really gutted. I did all these die cuts today not to use in this journal because I'm not allowed die cuts in case you don't have them, but they've not cut through properly. So, and the sticky back ones, you just peel the backing off. It's like really thin metallic paper, really thin. And because it's so thin, I'm like, why the heck can't it cut? So I did another one, and I ran it through twice. Well, I ran it through forwards, backwards, and it still hasn't cut through it properly. So I'm going to have to sit and flipping cut them all out. I'm like, oh, well, that don't make me happy for starters. But I got a flower to stick on there, which looks better than the other thing that I put on, which I actually wanted as my closure for that other thing. So we're getting a few things to put in our journal. We've got a booklet, we've got a cluster, we've got, I made another little one of those pockets. That's just made out of double book pages to make it thicker, because the other one that I'd made, it was just one book page and it was a bit thin. So, and I just wanted a little teeny one to maybe stick in a corner somewhere. That is just a bit of file folder, folded in half. I've glued the napkin on there, as you can see. That's napkin, that's napkin. If you're doing that one, you know, you make the tube and then you fold it up and fold the corners back. The bit you're folding up, you want to glue your napkin on upside down. And then the bit at the back, you want to glue it the right way. So that's just something to remember. Yeah, that's just 4 little pages of coffee dyed paper stapled in the middle. Obviously we've got us other weird cluster and there's flowers that we've made. So we've got quite a few decorations now. We've also got all the things that I've made another little cluster. I've got that little thing that opens up with journal space and its closure. We've got a little seed packet kind of thing. We've got that little envelope that we made. I made that of a cat food, interior of a cat food box. This, I decided it was too wide to go on all my pages that way. I could only put it on that way. And if there's writing, for some reason, maybe me, I like it to go the right way. So I've folded that back, and my intention is to find a page somewhere and I will put it round like that. I will glue there, and there, and that will be a pocket, and then I'll glue there, and that will also be a pocket at that side. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Then I've made, what have I made? You've seen me make them journal cards, so today I've just made some more. These, all I've done is back them onto card. I've not done anything else apart from back them onto card. These are all out of flower books. Just back them onto card so you've got somewhere to write on the back. So I'm getting quite a little stash to put in my journal. These, oh, not that, that's a pocket, that's a pocket. Oh, yeah, I used gel matte medium on this card because it were really glossy. And it's now not, it's completely matte. So are these that were really super shiny. I used gel matte medium on them. And these were off that really glossy book cover sleeve. And they were really shiny. I've matte mediumed them. Oh, that's still a bit shiny, that one. All others are fine. But yeah, I've just stuck them onto board so that it can be written on the back. You can punch a hole in and put some ribbon through. You can staple some bits of lace, just fold it in like a V and staple it on. Loads of things you can do. You can add stuff to them if you wish, if you've got it. This is a book page. The writing upside down, fold up your bottom end, then your writing's the right way. Fortunately for me, the page that I chose, when I made my flap for my little envelope thing, it just had that on it. So I thought, oh, that's fair enough. Fair enough, I shall ink all that. I might even stick some napkin on that, don't know yet. So I've got a fair few things. I cut these out today as well. And I thought, well, I'm always having flips that way. So I've left that on. So I can fold that if I wish. So she can flip from that side or that, because I left that on purposely. Same with that. I'm not sure which side it's going to go. Whichever side it's going to go, I'll just cut the other side off. So that's, you know, for your flip, if you want it to be a flip. Or you might just want to cut them all off, back it with some card and have it as a journal card with a bit of ribbon coming out the top or something. Don't know yet. Haven't made my mind up. We'll see how we go with the whole decorating malarkey. That I had something with that. Oh, I found a little cluster that I made. I don't know if you remember it. Had a little bit of blue on and that really tiny stupid little bit of lace. So I'm getting a bit, you know, forward. Love these pages. I'll put the acetate there just in case I need it again. So yeah, anything like little envelopes, these are tiny little envelopes, but you can put your texture paste on them. That's one I actually made a mess of, but who cares? These pages need to go back in the journal and I can't remember where they went. I seem to think that one was in this one somewhere. I seem to think it was. Was it near this? No, it wasn't near that. Definitely wasn't near that. Was it there? I think it was there, wasn't it? I think it was there. Not that I like it there, but it covers your picture up, doesn't it? Was it there? Yes, it was. Okay, so that's back in. But now at the other side, we have somewhere, we have the texture pasted bit. Still need to stick something over that. So we've got quite a long way to go, really. But I just keep making little bits of silly things that can be decorations. Doesn't matter what it is. Now then, where did this one go? I think this went... no, it wasn't near that. Was it near that? I've got a long one there. I wouldn't have had a long one and a long one. I get the feeling it was near this, maybe. I think I'm going to put it here anyway, regardless of where it was. And stuck the papers together. I really keep thinking about taking this out, you know. I don't know why, it just annoys me. Oh, maybe it went a bit further up. But anyway, we're coming together. Things are happening. We're making stuff. Keep making stuff, and I hope you've enjoyed that. I have on my playlist, I'll try and link it underneath. I did the same thing, the exact same thing. I did the Brad opening, but I did it with vintage photos. I think it was a man and a woman I put inside. I think I put flowers on the front. I don't know what I put on the front, actually. I can't remember. But there you go. Playing cards. Keep them out, because we might make some more little things for pockets with them, because they are just fab. You can actually just get that lovely napkin that I had and just decoupage over it with them flowers. Punch a hole, bit of ribbon matching one of your flowers, and you've got a lovely tag. So keep your cards out. If you've got any napkins, get them out. I love these napkins, they're fab. I've got some, I've got a team order coming. So yeah, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed that. Like I say, I've done it before. A lot of the things I'm doing in this series, I have done on videos before, but I'm showing it as part of the series for if you are new, an absolute beginner, and you don't know what to make. You don't know how to make little embellishments and, you know, stuff. That's why I'm kind of doing stuff again. That's the only one that came out. Anyway, you see, even something just like that stuck on there. Ink the edges. That's fine, isn't it? But you might not have any die cuts, so ignore that. But cut a flower out of the book. I mean, anything. You can make it as simple as Sue can't find a flower anywhere. As simple as, I have no idea what I've pulled out, just sticking a flower on there. You could add a bit of cheesecloth or lace or, oh, what's happened to that? Something. I don't know. You can do all sorts. Just let your imagination run wild with you, because you will naturally come up with your own ideas, because you know what you've got in your stash. You know what you've got to cut out of magazines, books, whatever, what kind of pictures you've got. So it's kind of down to you, really. It's where your imagination takes you. I don't know whether to use this because it's really bad. I did texture paste on it and it went wrong, so I actually wiped it off, but then that's why it's all white and monkey in the background. I suppose I'll still use it somewhere. It's junk. It's not going in bin, so I might even put it in this journal actually as a little flippy thing. Anyway, I'm off to bed now and I'll see you very soon, but thank you for watching. Excuse me. Thank you for all your lovely comments, and for my new subscribers, hi, thank you for subscribing. if you do enjoy this channel and you have a laugh, please do subscribe and join our little, well, our growing craft family, because it's really, really nice and it makes me so happy. I don't get paid for my YouTube. I don't get paid for selling journals. I just do this because I love crafting, I love chatting, and yeah, that's it really. So people, you know, that are making money from it, obviously want to get subscribers. I just love getting subscribers because it shows that people enjoy what I'm doing, which makes me then happy, because that's really nice that people enjoy what I do and me and my waffling. So I'm off to bed now because the cat wants to go out and I need the ladies' room and my bed. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.